Okay, Dave, we got your Connex 3300 HP hooked up here. Just wanted to show you some stuff I found right away. Just looking at it. I haven't done anything to it yet other than take the cover off and look around, see what kind of condition it's in. Something I noticed right over here. I'll see if I can get to focus on it. So these traces are all kind of messed up right here, like the coating's coming off of them. This one, it's kind of hard to see in the camera, but right about here, it actually looks like it's kind of damaged. So I might have to repair that. So I noticed that on the bottom side there, and or on the top side I should say. And then I'll flip it over here, and you see in the back here, must have been a fire in here at one point. Probably someone blew the protection diode. That's what all this black is right here. Something probably burned up back here, and then they replaced it with this one. So that's that, just from looking at it. I'll show you what it's doing for power here and modulation, what the modulation looks like. Alright, so turn on, here's on your power set to low. I'll show you what it's doing. About an 8-watt dead key, almost 8 watts. And then with modulation on it, almost 25, but the waveform looks horrible. I have to turn the mic gain down quite a bit to get that to look right. I'll show you. Right now it's max, and right about there is where it starts looking how it should. Nice rounded off waveform. If I turn it back up, you'll see it distort. That's where it should be, right there. And then that's what your actual power would be, about 18. Alright, then we'll put it on high power. Do the same thing. Here's your dead key. About a 15-watt dead key. And we'll put a tone on it. Just a little over 25. That's with leaving the mic gain where it was. If I turn it back up so it's distorted again, you know, then it looks like it's doing over 30. Then it looks more like about 40 watts. But the waveform is dirty, so you get it back to where it should be, right at around 25 watts. So they probably took the limiter out of this, probably either cut it out or removed it. So we'll get that put back in and get it set so that you can run the mic gain wide open and not distort the way it's supposed to be. So, alright, we'll be back. Okay, Dave, just wanted to show you where we're at here with the Galaxy, or the Connex 3300, I should say. Touched up these traces over here that looked bad before. It was just coating on the board was coming off of them. So I touched it up with some solder over them so they won't corrode. And then before I button the radio back up, we'll put some sealant over this right here so that it'll tack them down nice, because this one on the outside here is kind of starting to pull off a little bit. So we'll get that tacked down for you. They're on the other side here. Sure enough, found out the limiter's been cut right there, D80. So whoever was in this before cut that. We'll get that put back in and get the audio set how it should be. They also did something over here where they must have tried to cut a resistor and realized it was the wrong one, so they soldered it back together. So I'll replace that with a new one so it's done proper, and then do the rest of the modifications and stuff to this. So, alright, we'll be back. Okay, Dave, we're back. Just want to show you we got new resistor put in right here. That's the one that was clipped and soldered back together before. It's R249. I got D80 put back in over here. That's the other part that was clipped. And I just noticed when I was trying to set the modulation and it still wasn't setting. There's another part that they took out. I don't know if I'll be able to get a good camera shot of it here. Right here, D69 is also missing. Should be another diode right in that spot, so we'll get that put in also. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, Dave, I want to show you one other thing I found here. I've been having trouble getting the AMC to adjust your modulation limiter even after putting those parts back in. Right here's TR32, that transistor, and I don't know how well you can see it there, but two of the leads are in the wrong position. The middle hole and the one to the right should be flip-flopped around. So I don't know if the factory did that or the last guy that worked on this screwed that up somehow, but that needs to get fixed. So go ahead and put that in the right way and see if that gets us working how we're supposed to. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, so we got TR32 installed now. Put a new one in there and make sure it's in the right way. And the AMC still isn't adjusting right. So I did some more checking around and I found something else that ain't right. Let me grab my screwdriver here so I can point out to you. D70 is missing on here. And that is, I just saw it, right here. D70, that diode is missing. And sure enough, if you flip over the board, let me zoom out here a little bit. You can see right here, the spots where it's supposed to be and had been removed. So I'm pretty sure once that's back in, then the AMC will work. So we'll get that put back in and see how it turns out. Alright, we'll be back. Alright, Dave, we're back. We'll show you how it turned out now. Got everything done. Once more, what we all did was replace this diode back here, D80, that had been cut. And then also D70 right here, that was missing. Someone had removed it. We replaced that. Replaced R249 back here, that had been cut right here and then soldered back together by whoever previously worked on it, so that's a new one in there now. And then TR32 right down in here, that was the one that was in wrong. They had two of the pins reversed. I don't know if that happened at the factory or if someone did that intentionally on some type of hack modification, but we got a new one in there and it's installed correctly and everything. And then we also put upgraded regulators in. Upgraded this one here, and this one back here is also upgraded. And let me flip it over here quick. And then we also touched up the traces over here. That coating was all coming off of them and stuff, so we redid the coating, or I should say scraped off the coating that was going bad, and then ran some solder over them, and there's a little bit of glare on there right now, that's why it looks like that, but I put a sealant over these, a PCB type sealant, so that you don't have to worry about any more corrosion getting in there and screwing up those traces. So that should be all set. I'll show you how it turned out. And the power meter. Grab my cable here so I can hook a test one up to it. That in there. So, alright, we'll show you what it's doing. We got it on low power right now. Here's your dead key. About 3 watts. And then it's swinging up to just over 6. Or about 7 actually. Nice clean waveform now. It's not all clipping and distorted like it was before. And that's even with mic gain cranked all the way open. So there you go. And now we'll show you what it does on high power. On high power here. Got you set at about a 15 watt dead key. And with the tone, about 22, 23 watts. And still a nice clean signal on there. Alright. I'll show you how it sounds with the microphone. Now this is just a basic stock microphone I got here. You don't really need a power mic with this radio. It's got plenty of gain in it. Actually, it's getting full results with the mic gain about halfway. I'll turn this up a little bit so you can hear it. Audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, audio. Audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, audio. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, and then we got your switch on front here wired for the talkback, so you can turn that on and off. So the down talkback's off, you flip it up. Audio, 1, 2, 1, 2. We got it in the external speaker right now. 1, 2, 1, 2. And turn it off. 1, 2, 1, 2. So now you got that, and you can always turn that off with this here. If you turn it all the way to the left, it's the same thing as turn that off. So now you got a talk back on off switch. Alright, thanks.